Well, we're all getting excited. The Winter Olympics are just a few weeks away, and joining us here on Good Day this morning, a very special guest, well known to many viewers in the Toledo area, and especially down in Wood County and Bowling Green. Joining us, Olympic gold medalist skater Scott Hamilton. Scott, good to see you this morning.
Great to see you. I'm excited to be coming back to Northwestern Ohio.
Going to be a great event for us here. This is, obviously folks here have seen you skate many times, either on the television or in person at your many events over the years. We have a new venue in Toledo. It's the Ribbon in downtown Toledo. And you're going to be joining us with the Scott Hamilton Foundation and skating to eliminate cancer. Tell us a little bit about this event.
Well, I started fundraising the day I lost my mom to cancer, and that was, coming at 49 years. Oh my goodness, time has just gone. Yeah. So, I started fundraising. We started doing shows, little things at Bowling Green State University, and anywhere I could, I just try to raise money to honor my mom, and the fact that, they didn't really have any solutions to her problem, her cancer problem back in the late 70s. And in fact, you didn't even say cancer, you called it the C word, right? So, it was really rough, to watch her go through that. And it changed the course of my life because I just decided that I was on mission now to make sure that I could try to make it better for the next 18-year-old kid who's, watched his mom go through this. So started raising money. And then 20 years after I lost her, I'm diagnosed with cancer. And so I go sort of from being a fundraiser to an activist. So I realized that the cancer world needed to change. A lot of that was how people go through cancer, whether it be, sort of through education, support, and then just the research component of it. So that's where CARES came from. It's the CARES Foundation. And CARES, it really is an acronym. It's the Cancer Alliance for Research, Education, and Survivorship. And just by doing this interview this morning, you're a member of the Alliance because you're helping us, reach our goals and solve this problem of cancer that has impacted too many families. And but there's hope. The hope is through research. My cancer that I survived, I guess it's coming up on 29 years. That 50 years ago, had 5% survival rates. And then a research scientist in Indiana, Larry Einhorn, came up with this mixture of chemo drugs that made it an 80 to 90% survival rate. And now that has been sort of, it's been made better to now where that cancer has 95% survival rate. So, that's what research does. So when I sort of took this step out of fundraiser to activist, we needed to come up with sort of our identity. And our identity is we only fund immunotherapy research and targeted therapy research, which means teaching our bodies how to detect and destroy the cancer. Okay, that's immunotherapy. And then the targeted therapies are we're only going after the cancer, we're leaving the rest of the patient alone. So many things have happened, it's like, nothing happens until somebody does something, so we've been kind of very collaborative. We've had 111 partnerships
Wow.
since we put that stake in the ground. I started with the Cleveland Clinic as sort of an initiative there, and we really, created our foundation at the Cleveland Clinic. And then we launched as an independent foundation 11 years ago. And it's just been extraordinary how we've been able to collaborate with so many different cancer organizations and cancer centers and research scientists all over the country. And it's been miraculous. So Skate to Eliminate Cancer is I'm all about eights. I was born 8/28/58. I traced eights around the ice endlessly, and so our number is kind of 8. But Skate to Eliminate Cancer is our peer-to-peer fundraising program where you can it's like a cancer walk. I mean, I think a lot of us have done those, or 5Ks or whatever. But this is sort of a frozen 5K where we skate. And it's a lot easier than running, let me tell you. But
We've got a lot of runners in this area. So when I saw 5K, that kind of blinked out to me. This is a different kind of.
Yeah, it's a different kind of one because you can glide through almost all of it, So A lot less taxing on the
I've got a
joint.
chance of finishing this one. I'll just put it that way.
Ah, yeah. So this is our peer-to-peer fundraising platform, and it comes in many forms. There's the 5K model, and the ribbon is a perfect, we've done this on the oval, the Olympic speed skating oval in front of the high school in Lake Placid, where Eric Heiden won all those medals. We've done this, oh my, everywhere. But we do a frozen 5K, and it's really fun. It's very social. It's very it's just a great memory. I've got so many phenomenal memories of doing those 5Ks. And then there's the, celebration ice shows. We do those in different places along with the 5Ks. And then we do 3v3 hockey tournaments. So we gather people, and then they come alongside us, and we've been able to raise a lot of money over the years. I think the Toledo one right now, last I checked, was over $9,000. So that's an incredible first year of doing something in Toledo on the ribbon. And I was just in Spokane for a speech, and they have a ribbon there as well. So this is something that's happening around the country, and I'm just so proud of Toledo for, having a destination for people to go out and celebrate winter instead of suffer through it.
Well, we've got to get out a little bit and enjoy it a little bit. Now,
Yeah.
Scott, before we let you go, we're coming up, like I said, a couple of weeks to go for the Olympics. What are when you think back, and obviously we just had U.S. Nationals happening down in St. Louis. What are your thoughts going into the Olympics? I mean, does the juice start flowing for you a little bit when you think about those memories from the
Well,
80s?
it's a lot. I'll be there, with NBC doing some coverage here and there. I'm kind of their man Friday, meaning that I'll be doing today's show a little bit. I'll be doing the afternoon show a little bit. I'll be doing the primetime studio stuff a little bit. I won't be on headset ringside doing the commentary like I did so many years, but I'm sort of like everywhere for them, and it's really exciting because Team USA arguably is the strongest it's ever been. Last year at the World Figure Skating Championships, there's 4 events. There's pairs, dance, men's and ladies, and they won 3 out of the 4. That's never happened before. And then at the Grand Prix final in December, they won 3 out of the 4. So going into this Olympics, it looks like of the 5 medal opportunities, the team, and then those 4 disciplines, the United States has a pretty good chance of winning 4 golds in 5 disciplines, which has never happened before.
So obviously high expectations for this year for the Olympics. And before we get there, we're excited to welcome you here to Toledo. Going to be at the Ribbon this Friday. You can still sign up. We got the link over on our webpage. We'll try to get you over that $10,000 goal that I see stated on the page as well for the Scott Hamilton Foundation. And
nothing but confidence it's going to happen. So I'm excited to have a big crowd out there to push back against cancer, help us reach our goals to save more lives through research. And I love being back in the Toledo, and I don't know if I'll get down to Bowling Green. I doubt it, but it's just great to be back in that area and to celebrate life in this really unique way, and to gather people together to solve a problem that touches us all.
Well, we appreciate a few minutes to talk about it, and we'll be glad to see you here in the Glass City. Thanks so much, Scott.
Thank you.